everyone, I'm Elizabeth. I am Sarah's sister, and I am going to do a quick Zoom tutorial for you. I'm using my phone to record it because I'm going to go back and forth between my laptop and my iPad. That way I can show you what it's like to get onto Zoom and use Zoom with an iPad and with a laptop. There aren't a lot of differences, but there are some differences, so I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Now, shortly before the wedding, Sarah will be sending out a link that has the meeting ID and the password for the wedding. Now, I will send it as a hyperlink, so that way all you have to do is just click on the link. You won't even need to put in your meeting ID or password, but just in case you do need to put in the meeting ID and password, I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to come over, actually let me get the information for this one. All right, so I'm going to come over here to my laptop, and I'm going to go to join meeting. Okay. Let's see your meeting ID, 893-9603-0199. This is a different login than what you'll use for Sarah's wedding. All right, so I'm going to join, and then now it's asking for my meeting password, and that is now. If you use the password, if you type it in, you'll notice that it will be important to use the capital letters when called for I, and then capital K, and then 2. All right, let's see how that goes. There we go. All right, so what you'll see is that we're going to join with video right here. And the screen that you're getting right now is because you are going to be in what's called a waiting room. So before the wedding, I want you to log on early, make sure there aren't any technical problems. You know, there's always going to be some technical issue, it seems. So log on early, and then you're going to be in the waiting room for a while. It's going to look like that. So you see how it says, I will let you in soon. And then when it is time, we'll let you in, and it'll look like this. There you go. So we're going to join using audio. So I'm going to press call using internet audio. Except I'm going to turn it off because I'm getting a lot of feedback. Let's see. There we go. That works. Okay, so you see how I joined using audio. Now, sometimes on here, you'll need to also join in with video. So see where it says stop video. That means that my video is going and I can see myself. However, if you can't see yourself, or if you see a red line right there where it says stop video, so it would look like that, that would mean that nobody can see you. So that's what I would be seeing right now. So if that's the case, what you would do is you'd go up here and press start video. On a laptop, it is typically at the bottom. So that's how to do that. Now you'll notice up at the top, there's something called speaker view or gallery view. If you want to change to a different view, like for this one, if you want to change to speaker view, you would press that, and that would be where whoever is talking, that is the person that you can see. Oh, I see myself like double since I'm logged in on the iPad and in the on the laptop. Now, I would recommend gallery view because then you can see everybody who's logged in. You can see them all at once. And because with speaker view, it kind of goes back and forth. It can be a little bit disorienting. I'm going to turn this like this for now because all right, that way I don't see myself twice. All right, so I would recommend gallery view just because you can see, again, lots of people at once and it's not going back and forth like speaker view. So let's see here. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you how to pin a video because while being able to see everybody, the most important people to see are Sarah and Chip and see their wedding. So you'll want to see their screen kind of bigger than everybody else. On a laptop, what you can do is press on those 3 dots right there. Here, actually, I'll pin myself. And then you'll go down to where it says pin video. And there you'll see whichever video you've pinned, you'll see it larger than the others, which you'll see some at the top. I'm going to show you how to do that on the iPad. All right. So I'm going to switch to gallery view, that way I can see everybody. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see, I'm not so familiar with the iPad. Okay, let's see here. I can remember how to do this. I will figure that out and show you, because I know there's a way on the iPad. Usually I should be able to just double click on it to pin it, but I will figure that out and I will get back to you. All right, so now there may be times where you want to change who you're going to pin. For example, my daughters are going to do a Flower Girl performance. So if that's the case, you can just find whoever you want to pin, press on those three dots again, and go down to pin video, and it'll switch. Right now, it is just the ceiling of my living room. All right. So now something important to know is that when you are let into the meeting, you're all going to be muted. You will be muted for a reason, because otherwise we won't be able to hear the ceremony. So don't get offended that you're muted. It's nothing personal, nothing against you. It's just otherwise we won't be able to hear everything going on. So don't try to unmute yourself. Again, you're muted for a reason. So now there might be a time where I will unmute everybody, like at the end after they get married, for people to cheer. And so if that's the case, what'll happen is I will press unmute for all of the people. Now you will notice that sometimes it will unmute by itself, and sometimes you'll get a message to ask you to unmute, so you might have to accept it, or you might have to unmute yourself. But it kind of seems like it happens to some people and not others. All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on the iPad. I'm going to press unmute. We're going to get a little bit of feedback as I unmute. So I pressed unmute, and then you see over here it says the host would like you to unmute. So you can stay muted or you can unmute. Now I would press unmute, but right now, so I don't get a lot of feedback, I'm going to press stay muted. But wedding time, you could press unmute. Now we'll be recording the wedding, so if you miss anything or you want to see it again, we will send you a link to the video, so that way you will be able to view it. And let's see here. Now I would recommend that you practice before the wedding, especially if you've never used Zoom before or haven't used it very much. Just because even though it is super user-friendly, you still have to use it to practice. So if you do want to practice, you can set up an account. It's free, and then that's how you could log in and practice using Zoom. Or if you know somebody who has Zoom, you can have them invite you to a meeting so you can join and practice it. Now you will have to practice it with a different meeting ID and password than what will be for the wedding, because that one will be reserved specifically for that day and time. Now, if you haven't used Zoom in a while, if you got it a while ago and you haven't used Zoom, you need to go ahead and log on and make sure it's updated. They recently did some updates, and I think it was maybe at the end of May they did some updates. And if you haven't updated it since then, or maybe even check if you've logged in since then, it won't let you on. So go ahead, log on, make sure you've got all the updates you need, so that way everything can be done for the wedding. And that's pretty much it. It's super user-friendly. Just play around with it a little bit. Just remember, everybody can see you, so don't pick your nose. And if you have any questions, you can call or text me. My number is 404-493-3490, and I guess I will see all of you guys at the wedding. All right, bye.